Welcome to another DispoMed video. Today we'll be looking at the proper methods of filling anesthetic vaporizers with keyfill systems. The first vaporizer we will fill is a TEC-3 style vaporizer. Whether it be isoflurane, sevoflurane, halothane, as long as it's a keyfill system, TEC-3s are all filled the same way. The first thing we have to do is make sure our flow meter is turned off and our vaporizer is in the off position. Now you'll notice on the keyfill system of a TEC-3 there are two ports, a filling port and a drain port. The filling port has a plug in it. We must remove the plug. Once the plug is removed, make sure the valve here is closed. This valve is used uniquely for draining the vaporizer. Now we take our bottle of isoflurane, open it up, you'll notice that the keyfill system is indexed. There's two notches in here. These notches must align with the notches on the bottle. Screw the vaporizer keyfill system onto the bottle. Remove the cap from the filling system if there's one. And insert the key filling system into the vaporizer. You'll notice there's a notch over here. You cannot put it in on the opposite side. You have to put it in on the proper side. Once it's in, you push it in all the way, tighten the bolt firmly, slightly incline the bottle upwards, fill your vaporizer. Watch the gauge. You can fill the vaporizer all the way to the top line on the gauge. If this is the first time you fill your vaporizer, you might notice that it seems to be draining more rapidly than usual. This is because there's a cotton wick assembly inside the vaporizer, and the wick will absorb a good part of the agent. It will take 2 to 3 fillings before this stabilizes. We've finished filling. We just slightly incline the bottle downwards. Loosen the screw here. There's a slight pressure buildup inside the vaporizer. You'll notice that there's a couple of drops that came out from the front here. This is normal. Just be careful to open it slowly. Pull the tube out. Put your plug back into position. Tighten the bolt, and you're done. Draining a TEC-3 vaporizer, although you don't need to do it very frequently, most often the only time you will do it with isoflurane is when you're ready to ship your vaporizer out for recalibration. The way you do it is you insert your tube into the bottom port, tighten the bottom knob, loosen the top knob, remove the plug. This will facilitate the air intake, and open the knob right over here. With the bottle slightly inclined, the liquid will start pouring back into the bottle. You cannot, unfortunately, recuperate all of the agent that's in the vaporizer because the wick assembly will absorb a good portion of it. Once finished, close the knob, loosen the port at the bottom, remove the filler tube. Don't forget, plug the top port. For a TEC-4 vaporizer, you insert the tube into the side here. If you try once again to insert it the wrong way, it will not fit. So you put it in the right way, push it in. Once it's in, tighten this bolt here on the side. Open this valve and incline the tube upwards. Your vaporizer will fill. Once you're finished filling the vaporizer, it's very important, close the valve before, incline it downwards, because on this vaporizer, when you hold the bottle downwards, you drain the vaporizer if this valve is opened. So you close the valve. After it's closed, you incline the bottle downwards, loosen this screw slightly, leave the pressure come out. Once the pressure is relieved, loosen the screw a little bit more, pull the tube out. You're done. For a TEC-5 vaporizer, we insert the tube here, push it in all the way, push down the locking mechanism that's here for the tube to be nice and firm. Once it's pushed down, raise the bottle slightly and open the valve here on the side. Leave the vaporizer fill. Once it's full, we reclose the valve here. Slightly incline the bottle. Slowly release this handle to relieve the pressure. Pull the tube out. To drain the vaporizer, we push the tube into its position, open this valve here, but with the bottle downwards. Now we drain our vaporizer. Once we finish draining, close the valve, release the pressure, pull the tube out. Vaporizer keyfill circuits are not perfect. Occasionally they leak when you're removing the tube. This can be annoying, however it is a problem that we have to live with. Other things that you have to take care of with vaporizers is, especially in cold countries, the temperature of your room. Vaporizers perform well at an ambient temperature of around 20 to 22 degrees Celsius, 70, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. If over the weekend or over the night, temperature outside gets down very cold and you have a tendency to cool down the temperature to save energy, and you turn off your heating during the night, when you come back into work in the morning and you turn your room temperature back up, the vaporizer itself does not come up to room temperature very fast. It can take all the way up to 4 hours before reaching room temperature. So if you drop that temperature very low in your room, you bring it down to 14, 15 degrees Celsius, well, it's going to take you 4 hours before you reach a good operating temperature for your vaporizer. The impact of this is the concentrations and the output of your vaporizer is going to be very low. So you may find, for instance, that over the weekend the temperature has dropped quite a bit. You come in and every Monday morning you have a problem with your animals. They're not sleeping properly, the concentrations are much too low. So you can get also the same problem in warmer countries where they're using air conditioning. If you have an air conditioning unit that's positioned close to your anesthetic machine and it's shooting cold air at the vaporizer, you'll get exactly the same problem. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. Hope to see you again shortly.